back. You text me, then I'll text you back. You text me, then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 205-964-5243. Now you know. 205-964-5243. Now you know.
Boom. We're in here for show number 188, Flipman's Daily Live. Wholesaling real estate without using your cash or credit. We got the full staff, full team in here ready to make this happen. You know what today is. Gonna give away $1,000.
STIMMY day.
STIMMY day. That's right. That's right. That's right. So you can go ahead and do TikTok. So we're gonna welcome the TikTok crew in. Before I get started, if you want to access my videos in somewhat of an order as far as a playlist, you can go to Flippinar.com. Also, if you're trying to get a property comp or you're trying to learn how to comp properties, go to comps101.com. Also, if you scroll down, once you get to the page, I put all the Comps 101 episodes into a playlist. So if you click the link there, you can access those. It's 29 episodes, so that'll really get you going on understanding how to comp properties with Jamil, Demji, and myself from Keegley. All right, and of course, you have the phone number here for pretty much everything you need to get you started. The contract, the number is 205-964-5243. It's right here on the board, but if you want the contract, text the word contract. You want to partner with me, text 5050. If you're trying to build a cash buyers list, text the word cash before you have deals, or even if you have deals on the contract. Need a CRM to manage your leads, text CRM. You're trying to get the closing detail sheet. When you have a seller and a buyer in the contract, you're trying to make it easier for your title company or closing attorney to understand what's going on. Text the word close. You're trying to text message the proper way. Show you how to set that up from beginning to end. Text the word text. Vacant properties. If you're trying to know who owns that vacant house, text the word vacant. Want to join my Wholesaling Real Estate with the Flipman Facebook group, text the word group. And the probate leads, if you're trying to build those, text probate. Got three more actually. Some people want this whiteboard. You can text the word whiteboard to the number. Whiteboard is one word. We'll send you a photo of this. ARV, I sort of mentioned it a moment ago, but if you're trying to learn how to figure out what the ARV is, which is a huge problem for most people starting out, text ARV to the number 205-964-5243. I got one more. Oh, you're trying to use the deal calculator, text the two letters DC together, DC for deal calculator. So, what's going on, Renika?
Everything's good. You done with the laundry list?
I'm done with the laundry list. Gotta get all that out, man. You know.
Goodness.
All right, we're trying to help people, you know.
I got you. Yeah. I got you. I see it. Okay, so thank you guys for joining us on this Thursday. Renikia, as always, grateful to have you here with us. Ty, thankful for you as well, sharing your knowledge, all for the free. As he mentioned, you can join us live across Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and make sure you like, share, subscribe, and get someone else to join us as well. This is the place where you ask the questions in regards to wholesaling real estate with little to no cash or credit, and you get your questions answered. Beautiful, Renikia. How's it going? What you got going on this week?
Just wrapping this thing up before the holiday week next week, but
it is next weekend.
Same mission, different day for me.
Same. Oh, we have it. She always hitting us with the quotes. Same mission, different day. Same mission, different day.
What day is 4th of July on?
Monday.
Monday.
Oh, no, Sunday. But
Monday.
the 5th, okay.
Oh, no, yeah. It is Sunday. I think it is Sunday.
It's on the Sunday, but I guess
That's
people
right.
celebrate on the Monday,
It's on the
depending on where you work.
People taking off on Monday, they say.
You better bring your tail to work on Monday.
if you're in retail, whew,
You better
So
bring
if
a
you're
styrofoam.
ready, you gotta go.
You better
Gotta
bring a
get it.
Gotta go
styrofoam
in.
plate with your leftovers, but you're gonna be in work. All right. I want to give a huge shout out to Mike, James Conaway, Denise, Jimmy Rodriguez. Thank you for joining us. I see you guys on YouTube. Instagram, I have Hustle Harris, Samuel, Victor Rock, Astro Payton, Avery Vaughn, Superstar, Gail Tenatus, Jack Divine, Shaman, and plenty others. And on TikTok, I see a few of you guys. Michael Logos. I see you waving. Hey to you. Thank you all for joining us. Go ahead and start posting those questions up.
no, go ahead.
Okay. Go ahead and start posting those
There's
questions
something
up.
happened to the video.
Yeah. I just put you on there, so.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's nothing. Nobody said anything yet. Nobody's asked any questions. They're just saying, hey, hello, how you doing? So while we're working out some minor technical difficulties, that Ty got going on over here. Renikia, at the beginning, this will be an awesome time. I'm gonna go ahead and let you take the mic, take over, and let all people know what company you have and what resources your company is able to provide for anyone wanting to take the next step in wholesaling.
Awesome. Well, thank you as always for being a part of the show. My name is Renikia Williams, and my goal is to provide funding. At some point in time, we do teach how to buy and sell with absolutely no money or little to any money. But at some point in time, investing back into your business is the only way you're going to scale your business. So you're able to leverage your credit to get some type of unsecured funding. So you're able to invest into the resources like Prop Screen or Deal You Later, and Bandit Signs and Text to Flip, and invest into all those resources. Those are investments. And those are strategies and options and resources that I feel that you do need to equip you to really go to the next level in wholesaling. You want all those different angles. You want to be able to, I think Prop Screen is just, it's like God almost to wholesaling. I mean, we didn't have that when we first started. So I can't stress enough how important I think Prop Screen is. A Deal You Later is for you all to, really succeed or be helpful to succeed as a wholesaler. But, if at any time you want to come into real estate and you want to take that thing to the next level, like starting fix and flip, buying whole, new construction, all of the above is hot. We all know that we're living in a seller's market right now. And the seller's markets mean that properties are not staying on the market. So it's the best time to do some fix and flips right now because there's a low supply and a very high demand. So if you are interested in any of our deals or funding options, such as our fix and flip, buying whole, new construction, as you all know, you don't need tax returns, bank statements, income verification, nor pay stubs to qualify for any of our residential funding. And it's, we have a little motto here: we don't deny you, you deny yourself. If you're not able to bring the money to the table, we lend on properties, no matter what your financial situation is. But if you are interested in any of that, just go to fundmynextdeal.com.
Boom, right there. And it is on your screen, guys. Fundmynextdeal.com. And as Renikia said, she's available across all social media platforms. Boom, diggity. All right, let's get ready to jump right into this thing. Let me find some questions to ask. And here we go. Mike says, how do I obtain the buyer's list? I have 5 people under contract.
Text the word cash to 205-964-5243. Or I'm gonna stick. My point, you could post your deals and these, some of them post. You got Facebook groups, other wholesalers, Facebook Marketplace, LinkedIn groups, Craigslist, realtors, real groups, use banner signs, use Google auctions. If you have actual great deals, I don't know how many of these you'll do, but something wrong if you don't find a buyer throughout with that process.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go. This is from Lala Monroe.
Oh.
My market is extremely saturated. and bandit signs are highly frowned upon. So that's the end of that. What would be the...
What city?
Okay. What else would she need to answer?
Do she see bandit signs?
Okay.
Let's start there.
Why is it frowned upon?
Yeah. What city and do you see bandit signs?
All right, Lala, there you have it. Why are bandit signs frowned upon? What city are you in?
Well, they frown upon everywhere. It just depends on what part of your city.
That's right.
Are they frowned upon?
Yeah. What side of the tracks you putting them up on?
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Yeah,
Okay.
what it is. They make the rules.
Okay, so Facebook user, I bought your course off of Facebook ad, but I've been watching you since you started on YouTube for many years. You are awesome, Ty. I concur. He is a pretty cool dude. All right. Maureen Bourgeois. Hopefully I said that right. Probably butchered that up. But can you walk me through the double closing process if I don't want my buyer and seller to see each other? And how would I do that if the seller lives in the property?
That's a really great question. I can start it off. So the double closing process is when you really have two closings. The assignment process is when you have one closing and your assignment fee is on the HUD. The double closing is when you close the AB contract, which is between you and the seller, and then you also close the BC contract between you and the end buyer. Between the two, the attorney knows how to structure the numbers and the attorney worry about the structure behind the scenes. But that's pretty much what it means. When you close with the AB, you have two closings. You have a closing with the seller. You have a closing with the end buyer. Two separate closings. The attorney bridge it all together and provide you the difference. The other question is, how do you get away with the seller being in the house? I mean, as far as inspecting the property, I don't think there's no way around it if they're not going to just give you the keys and they're going to be there. I think you just got to control that narrative to allow for the seller to allow you to kind of walk through the property with your buyer. But you want to kind of get in front of that conversation as much as you can, so everyone can understand. So everyone can understand exactly what you're trying to structure. You may want to walk in and say, "Hey, seller," or alert that seller before you walk in and let them know that, "Hey, I want to bring my team in. We'll be in and out. We'll be able to walk through the property ourselves if you just give us a few minutes to walk in and walk out. And once I digest with my team, I'll give you a call back." So that's pretty much creating the narrative that, hey, give me space when I'm walking into your property. And once I go back and converse with my team, I give you a call back. You really want to keep them separate as much as you can when you're walking through those properties. What do you say?
Hey, that's it. The one thing I added on the seller and the buyer, just have to make it clear with your buyer, I'm wholesaling this property. Price is only discussed with me. I'm going to introduce you as my capital partner. If they ain't cool with that, move on to the next guy.
Right.
Period. The buyer got to know what's going on. Seller, whatever, but the buyer has to know. You can ask them about the history of the property, all that stuff, but price comes through me.
All right, and I did butcher the name. It's Busico.
How you know that's correct?
She told me. She said Busico. Nice
she
try,
did like Busico?
She put Boosseeko. That's Busico.
Okay.
Yeah, Busico. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I was so off. I was trying to put the
R in there. A lot more words and letters than that.
A lot of letters. I tried.
I got the Q style.
It's an R in there?
It was. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for correcting me, and hopefully that answered your question there, Miss Maureen. We'll just stick with the first one. I can say that one.
The R silent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Lala was the question earlier in regards to the sign. So Lala is in Buffalo, New York. Cold calling is restricted. And she said, she asked rather, how else can I market to leads to notice me?
Well, you're still going to have direct mail. Still going to have, what you say, cold calling is restricted. I guess everybody's on the DNC list.
Right. Everybody
list. It may be a New York thing. That wouldn't be out of question for them, probably. State of New York, I mean. And so you got direct mail. You got door knocking if need be. She didn't answer about the bandit signs.
She didn't.
Okay.
You
still can do Facebook ads, a little expensive. You still do Google and YouTube, Google ads and YouTube pre-rolls. Those are still an option.
Texting?
Yeah.
You can't do anything on do not call list?
Yeah, texting should be still an option. So
she did say, she added another point. She said, do you suggest me handwriting letters or maybe leaving a small gift and a note literally on their house? Guess my real question is, how do I distinguish myself from the seasoned pros?
Well, if you got the war chest to do special stuff like that, because that could get expensive, depending on how many people you're targeting. But if you got the resources to fund that type of more personable touch on how you're reaching out to people, then yeah.
I like the handwritten letters, but I think I like the postcards that you have, Ty, that actually put their property on it. Because you got to realize how much we get junk mail in our mail. Half the time we throw it away before we leave out the mailbox area. So I like that one postcard that you have, Ty, that actually put the house on it. So to me, that gets your attention. You going through your mail, and next thing you know, you see a picture of your house on a postcard. That to me is going to get anyone's attention because you want to know why the picture of your house on this postcard.
Yeah, if you're interested in that, just go to you can just text me. Just text me direct mail or postcards, and I'll send you that information if you're interested in doing that. And what she was explaining is that basically this is a picture of the person's property on the postcard, and it's just supposed to be an attention getter. Oh, like, that's my property. Who is this?
Right.
Or whatever. So.
All right. So Raymond says, I appreciate your free content and always answering your phone. All right. Thank you for that. He didn't answer my call earlier today, but okay.
You called me today?
I didn't call you.
I don't know you lying. Just lying.
Hey, money comes first. The money calls come first.
I was about to call you several times. I don't want you to think I just like to call you on the day you're supposed to be here.
It's just to make sure you up. Are you aware? Are you? Yeah.
I actually want something.
Okay, so yes, ATB Derek says, don't be scared to put up bandit signs. All they can do is take them down. They can do a little more, but
Gator. Okay, Gator.
All right, so this is from the Maharaj, and this is on Instagram. How do I motivate myself to get on calls?
That's an internal thing. That's super internal. I mean, to me, the motivation is in your passion to want the end results. You're not going to do anything that you're just not passionate enough to want to do. So you got to dig deep down inside to find that passion to go that extra mile, basically. So I think it's an internal thing to do anything, go to the gym every day. That's internal. I mean, we all battle these internal battles that we don't want to do, but we know to get to the other side of our goals, we got to do it. So it's just one of them things you gotta strap down and just do it, because that's the only way, or one of the only ways to get the results. What do you think?
What was they looking for? Say motivation?
Yeah, how do you motivate yourself to make those calls?
Cold calls.
Oh, cold calling. Oh, yeah.
I guess he was talking.
Well, for somebody that it's hard for me to do that. Now, what I know now compared to back then, if I had to do that, I probably would have never closed the first deal. But what I know now, from being around individuals like Renika herself, I'll just network or partner with someone that is comfortable with doing it.
Right.
I'd rather give up half the deal or whatever the number is than to make zero.
Right.
Right. Obviously, they got to believe in what you're doing and understand the opportunity that's before you all or whatever. But that's what I would do. If you're struggling to do it because of you don't think you're that good at it, or whatever the reason. You just bring someone in. That's part of running a business, you know, bringing people in to either compound your efforts and or do things that you're not good at.
Right, your weaknesses.
Yeah, your weaknesses, yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there you have it. Guys, keep in mind that you can join us live and joining us by texting Gator, the word Gator, Gator, to 205-964-5243. And for the young one on TikTok, you asked about the whiteboard. You might have missed in the beginning, but if you want the whiteboard sent to you, just simply text the word whiteboard, one word, to 205-964-5243. Send that as well. Okay, let's hop right back into these questions. Adrian, get it together. Okay, so Mike, this information is a big blessing. Thank you for sending those 3 angels. That is, thank you, Mike. Blessings to you as well. Okay, Alpha Guy wants to know, how effective can I be starting out with PropStream, aka Dealulator, and a $500 marketing budget? How effective would that be?
Very effective. What you can do with that, because, okay, so you get the 5 days free trial and then the 97 a month or whatever, so that's 100 gone basically. So what you would immediately do is build you a cash buyers list, right? Right. Just text the word cash to the number here on the board and I'll show you how to do that, right? So you immediately do that, all right? Next thing you're going to do, you're going to try to find as many wholesalers in your market as possible, right? And see if you can can they feed your buyers list with some of their deals, all right? You could, now, I know we whoop you all with bandit signs, but the reason I do that is I think it's one of the easier forms of lead generation if done correctly. And it takes out a lot of the, well, let me just say this. When someone sees a sign, they call you and say they want to sell a house, you're 50% of the way there. They want to sell, you want to buy. Now it just boils down to, price is going to make sense for you and obviously them too, or whatever. That's why I put them, and you can reach a lot of eyeballs, a lot of property owners with bandit signs. So you got 400 left. You can definitely buy 200 plus signs with the remaining. So you got 2 forms of trying to generate leads. The bandit sign, you build the cash buyers list, you're gonna network with other wholesalers, and then you're gonna produce your own leads through your bandit signs. That's what I would suggest. Now, or you could take, instead of bandit signs, text the word text to the number here, and I'll show you how to set up a text messaging campaign, right? And that 400 would cover that. But again, then you still would have 2 methods, other wholesalers. You got the cash buyers with other wholesaler and text message. So, and I posted a deal, what was it? I posted a video, was it Monday? Yeah, Monday, on a lady from Indiana, made $52,000.
52 big ones.
Guess where the lead came from?
Bandit
Bandit signs. Yes. Came from a bandit sign. The guy called her a year ago.
Wow.
COVID, right? A landlord. And at the time, he didn't want to sell at a price that made sense. Fast forward a year later of not getting rent. Right. He was literally ready to give the property away.
Wow.
She offered him $29,000. I think it was 100, and I forget what the numbers. I think he said it was $170,000 ARV, and she offered him $29,000. He accepted it like that, which made him offer more than too much. But anyway, not trying to be greedy, but whatever. So, long story short, she ended up holding for 80 something or whatever, and 52 big ones later.
Ooh, that's
from a flipping bandit sign.
She purchased it and then sold it.
Basically a $2 sign.
Wow.
Now,
did she wholesale that deal?
Huh?
Was it a wholesale deal?
Yeah.
Wholesale deal? Wow.
Oh yeah. Yes. Oh yeah. 52 big ones. Now that is a motivated seller. So people say, ain't no deals out here, ain't no deal.
Wait.
If you're looking where everybody else is looking, no, there isn't any deals out here. And everybody else want to just look and see what's online, right? What's listed with an agent. It can be done. Don't get me wrong, but you know what you need to know what you're doing. And most people don't have those resources to deal with an agent or the knowledge. In most cases, when you're dealing with just a regular Joe Blow that owns a piece of real estate, a house, you actually, if you've studied these videos, you will actually know more about real estate than them in reality. I'm not saying that makes you better than them or smarter. It's just that you're more versed on that particular topic. And not to say that makes you take advantage of them. It gives you an advantage because you do know what you're doing and you're dealing with them, and they have a level of motivation. His level of motivation was he was done with that property, and it probably put him in a financial strait or whatever. He owed taxes, he couldn't pay that or whatever. And he was just literally ready to give the property away and give $170,000 property. I think that was the number.
Wow.
Ended at 29 is basically giving it away.
Wow.
All right.
The money, I had a mentor always tell me the money is in the follow-up.
Oh, yeah.
The money is in the follow-up.
I'll wait on a $52,000 check a year later.
Absolutely.
I want that to be my only check.
Did she call him back randomly?
Hmm?
Did she call him back randomly?
Or
did you call her
correctly, you all can correct me, those that have watched it recently. I think he called her back, which I've had. I've had a number of people call me back a year and a half later, in that time frame. Just because of the rapport I built with them. I'm not the only game in town. Whatever, and I'm sure plenty didn't call me back. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying it has happened. People have called back. That I talked to them months, sometimes over a year. So.
Wow.
Woo, 52 big ones. It's life changing.
I think it was $52,141.79 to be exact.
What's that song?
What a left. Keep the change. Keep the change.
I need all mine.
Have a steak on me.
We ain't rounding off. I need all mine.
Just keep the 141.79. Have a steak on me.
Excuse me, sir. This is 54 cents. It says 57 cents.
Right. I need that 3 cents.
All right. That is most definitely a motivational story. I advise each and every one of you guys to go back and watch that video that was posted on Monday. True King, what's up? Corey, Dominique, Sarafa, and Eric. Thank you for joining us. He always says good evening, Fliptherapist. Good day, A. And of course, Rennie the Pretty. Alpha to God, hopefully that answered your question there. So Keith Rome says, I read online and saw where wholesaling may be illegal in Washington, D.C. Is there any way around this? So whether it's Washington, D.C., Kansas, Illinois, or where else?
I don't know what he says he's heard. I hate when people say I've heard or whatever. So I'm like, what I'm saying? The only places I know of now that you need a broker's license or agent's license is the state of Illinois, Kansas, maybe Oklahoma. I need to verify that. In the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. In the city of Philadelphia, you just need a wholesaler's license. They created a brand new, basically it's a business license for wholesaling. Right. So there's no test required. There's no test required. Just like you would normally go down there and get a business license, you're just going to get a business license. They do a background check, and that's it. That's it. So that's not a barrier to entry. None of it really a barrier to entry for real, but whatever.
But it does amazes me that wholesaling been around for 40, 50. It's just been around for so long.
It's real estate.
And all of a sudden, in the last 2-3 years, when it gets popular amongst the other communities, you start changing laws. It just amazes me. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So thank you, Corey. You say you love the energy in the room and keep the change, you filthy animal. That's Home Alone. Boom. I know that one.
What is it?
Keep the change.
Keep the change, you filthy animal. He was playing the movie for the burglars. And
Home Alone.
The change, you filthy animal. It was an old black and white movie that was playing in the background.
Oh, the first Home Alone.
First Home Alone. Yes.
Okay.
Come on.
I know he was watching the black and white TV.
Yeah. Okay, so Marcus Beeman says, I just viewed a property today. Seller wants $350K. ARV is $388. Thanks to Cops 101, the house is dated and on 3 acres of land. How would I determine how much repairs Are you using the 25-45 formula? Because he got around 43, but it doesn't look like it needs any major repair. So first of all, I guess let's talk about the 350 and 388.
It's not a deal.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about the repairs. It's not a deal, not even close.
Right. And
Always,
repairs make
guys,
it way beyond. I mean, the repairs make it even worse. Yeah, that's too close.
yeah, it's not a deal. You know, guys,
when you look at these deals, you want to be, you want your purchase to be 40-50% or less than the after repair value, because the rehab going to take up the remaining. So if you're in this particular case, 350, the correlation to 380 is probably about 80% of the value of the after repair value. It just doesn't make sense.
yeah, guys, it's always, I guess I don't stress this enough. At dealulator.com, if you don't know what I'm saying, might be your first time hearing it, Dealulator. Text me, I'll send it to you. But if you text DC to it, it'll take you where you need to go. But anyway, Dealulator. I have a free calculator, just a basic calculator for what most wholesalers use in the business to see if you have a deal or not. Now, it is a generalization for the most part, but if it does nothing else, it prevents you from wasting time on stuff that has no chance of being a wholesale deal. Now, I can do that math in my head. He said that ARV is 380 and they want 350. There's nothing to think about. That's only a $30,000 discount on a $380,000 ARV. Now, everybody I don't think I'm a mathematician, but I know that's not a deal. I don't have to put it in a calculator. But since he didn't, all he had to do, once he put that 380 in there, it would have automatically kicked out that he needs to be well below 350.
Right.
Yes, you shouldn't. Those situations should never happen that you even looking at something like that as a wholesale deal. Now you might do something else with it, but as a cash wholesale deal, it's so far from being a deal that there's nothing to even talk about. Again, if you want access to that calculator, it's free. Just text the 2 letters DC for deal calculator, DC, to the number on the board, 205-964-5243. The numbers should be the easiest thing, especially when you just say 70%. We're using 70% times 380. I don't know what the number is, but we're well below 300,000 for sure.
Okay, so this is Wally G.
What is it? 256?
266.
266?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're almost 100,000 just off the first part of the formula. That's not even including the repairs and how much money you want to make. You're just so far from it being a deal.
I always run your 70% number, 70% rule number, to just determine if you either in the money. That's what I call it, is either in the money, out the money. But if your purchase and rehab falls within 70% of after repair value, you're definitely in the money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is from Wally GPC Arthur 17. Y'all know these names. Wants to know, if I submit a deal in dealulator.com, do you have buyers in Virginia?
What part of Virginia? If it's in the bigger cities, yes. If it's in a heavily populated area, yeah.
All right. Wally, also, we mentioned earlier, PropStream, Dealulator, aka Dealulator, and $500 a month. They stated PropStream and $500 a month is how I started. Got 6 under contract now. Just got to be doing everything yourself at first. So I'm gonna pair that with 2 questions / comments that I have over here from YouTube and Facebook. The first one is from B Reynolds that says, wholesaling can be time consuming. How do you find time to get deals while working a full-time job? And then you also have Michelle McDonald who says, well, can you do real estate wholesaling if you're working a full-time day job? I currently work a 9 to 5.
Well, we ain't did this in a minute.
Nope, here we go. Let me get 168.
Let's I got room on the chalkboard, on the whiteboard. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
So I need your calculator.
I got you. It's
I might can do it. I might can do it in my head, but
here we go.
Let's rip this right quick. Since we ain't did it in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's 24 hours in a day.
No, I ain't doing that.
Oh, I thought that's where we were
It's
going.
160 hours in a week.
Okay.
168.
It's 168 hours in a week.
Correct.
She said she got a 9 to 5.
Correct.
So she's just doing 40.
40. Minus
Okay.
So we're subtracting 40 from that.
128.
That leaves 128.
Yes.
We're gonna say you're gonna for easy math purposes for me, we're gonna subtract just 58 instead of 56 for 7 days a week times 8. Ain't that 8 times 7? What is it?
What is this for?
It's 8 hours of sleep.
Oh, okay.
Ain't that 56?
Yes, 72.
8 times 7.
It's 72. So 50, we're gonna say 56.
Yes, so that leaves 72.
So that leaves 72.
Yes.
So now, what's another 7 that what would do? We're gonna give them 7 hours. How many hours we're gonna give them? Just
watching TV.
just
play
we're just gonna say
taking
5
care of
hours a
kids.
week. So 5 hours a day. So that's 35.
That's 35.
So that's 35.
Okay, so that's 37 hours.
So that leaves 37 hours of being able to work on your business. So
That's almost another 40 hours for another.
hey,
That's another 9 to 5 right there.
Hey, look here, Renika. Even if we want to give them, we give them another 17 hours to do whatever they want for the week. It's still at least 20 hours to work on your business. So you tell me, do you have time?
And then let's not remember that $52,147.
you tell me, do you have time?
You know, we have to understand we are the control of our own time. You know, and we have to control our time no matter what's going on. I remember when I worked a corporate job, but I knew how important it was for me to build my business on the side. So I told my manager, I asked him, could I come in from 7 to 3 instead of 9 to 5? Because before 9 is not much to do. After 5 is, life just go downhill. So I changed my time to 7 to 3. I got off for 3 and I worked on my business from 3 to 12. Until I was able to, they fired me because I was doing the most. But when I walked off, it was all love, When I walked off, I had created a full business I can walk right into. So it's how bad you want it. We allow our job to control us too much. And we have to understand how to control that narrative to benefit us or benefit you. If not, it's going to control you. So we have to learn how to control it.
Yeah. Corey, you're a little different. Corey Connery says I work 60 hours instead of time, but
well,
yeah, he said he still has time.
Okay, I'm finna say. Okay, I can work with them numbers too. Okay, hey, I can work with them numbers too.
And Brittany Cole was with me. She said, "LOL, here we go." Yes,
but you got the time. You never see me. Hey, you never see me do it on the whiteboard, though. See.
Here we go. Okay, this question.
But also in the midst of that, find partners. Yeah. So when you are at work, there's somebody else moving on your behalf.
Yeah. Put them kids to work.
Put kids to work. Hey, Saturday. We used to have Saturday. We get up and clean up. We have Saturdays business time as a family.
If you got 3 kids, probably 2 of them gonna hate it. Yeah. And one of them may be all in it, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe 2 of them all in one, and then you might have all 3 of them hate it. But guess what? Even though, right, and you teach them, they coming up, as you succeed, they gonna see it or whatever, and they may not choose to do that, right? As they move on, because a lot of times they be resentment. I don't want to do what daddy did or whatever, even though that failed them or what mama did or whatever. But guess what? They have a skill that they've acquired that they didn't even know they acquired. And they can always fall back on that. If things don't go their way or for the way they what they want to pursue, or that may be a vehicle to allow them to pursue what they really want to pursue, because it provides a level of income that frees up your time to do stuff that you really might want to do or get into to generate income, or just whatever you like to do as a hobby or whatever. So get them.
And I totally agree with that. We have to understand, although we sell in real estate, we're running a business. Putting out banner signs is the marketing department. Getting those calls is the sales department. handling things in the attorney office is legal. At the end of the day, what you're teaching them how to run a business at the same time. You just happen to be selling and buying and selling real estate. But what they're going to end up walking away from is how to run a business at the same time. So we can instill so much into our kids at a young age. And like Todd said, they may, be tired or whatever the case may be, but as soon as they get a little bit older, they're gonna realize what mom and dad was trying to teach them. And they're gonna remember those things. They're gonna be able to implement that at 19 years old instead of learning at 40. So.
Yes, ma'am. Very true. The next question from TikTok is from JD2217. My name is Josh. And how do I determine if the house has low equity or no equity at all?
Well, first you have to understand what equity is, I guess, right? As far as the way we look at it, let me just put it like that. Because I guess technically, Renika, if you appraise the house for its as-is value, then the equity would be better. But we're talking in terms of what the equity will be based on the ARV, which first, let's establish what ARV is what will the house appraise for in excellent condition after repair value, ARV. All right, so once we determine that, now it's just as simple as what's owed on the house, whether it's a mortgage, taxes, liens. Well, really more mortgage and lien, taxes is whatever it is, unless it's a tax lien, I'm sorry. So just easy math. If a house just for easy math, if the house ARV is 100,000 and they owe 20,000 all in, then the equity is 80,000. Mm-hmm. If the house is worth 100,000 and they owe 100,000, then the equity is zero. Mm-hmm. You see the math there? Mm-hmm. So it's the ARV minus what they owe. So if they don't owe anything and the ARV is 100,000, guess what the equity is available? 100,000. Now we're in the equity business, the equity minded business. We're looking for as much equity as possible in a property because that's what a profit is, subtracting repairs from it also. That has to be taken into account. So we're in the equity mining business. We're looking for equity. That's what a profit is. It is in residential real estate as far as a buy, fix, and flip. Not so much if it's a buy, fix, and rental. Then it just depends on what type of cash flow, how soon you can get your money back, and all that stuff. So, but as far as buy, fix, and flip, we're in the equity mining business, and as far as wholesale. So,
right.
You want to
and then to also add to that, how you can determine that there is no equity is that when the sale or what's owed on the property is close, very close to what the property is worth. So in that one gentleman's comment earlier, where he said he can pick it up for $350 and it's worth $380, he's very close to the value of that property. So that's a very low equity deal. But if he was able to pick up that same deal for $150,000 and it's worth $350, that's a high equity deal. So you determine that depending on what you owe or what they're selling it for, based on what it's really worth.
Okay, sticking with TikTok, D'Anthony has a question. He says, hey, I bought my mother's house. It was a family-owned house, and it's in pretty bad shape. What can I do to get it in shape, or maybe like get a loan? So I guess the question would be, what's your end game? Are you going to sell it? Are you trying to live in it, or what, right?
Right. Right. Yeah, I mean, that's nothing but a rehab loan. All you need was, it really depends on how much rehab you need. You need 5,000 or 10,000. That's an unsecured credit line that allows you to go in and do that. But it really determines, how much you need. But that's nothing but a rehab loan.
Okay. Let's see here. And this is from Young Dell. How do I find a comp for a property that doesn't have any comparables nearby or even around? It's an old house, only one bedroom, really small, probably needs extra rooms built. So it's a little shotgun house, what it sounds like. So,
well, that may be a situation where there are actually comps going on. I mean, there are sales that are happening, but the house sounds like it's so small, right, that I don't know what you're using trying to pull up comps, that it's not going to pull anything. and it just sounds like it'll just be a tough deal anyway. A 1-bedroom house, really, yeah. If it's a heavily populated area and you have a property like that, then you have to compare it to what's a normal size property in that area. Use that address as the property that you're going to comp, right? That may be the situation, but again, that property itself doesn't sound that attractive regardless. And again, I say that, let me back up. If it's in a $400,000 neighborhood, it just, for some reason, it's just there, you know what I'm saying? And you got plenty of comps to justify similar type houses, the normal size house in that area, then yeah, you got something. But if it's in a rural town, a rural area, whatever, it's just that one house, and even if you try to comp one of the other houses that are normal size houses, you still don't pull anything, then that's easy. It's nothing to follow up on. So
right. It's hard to sell a 1-bedroom house.
Very.
People don't go to the realtor and ask for a 1-bedroom house, maybe 1-bedroom condo, but it's hard to sell a 1-bedroom house. But what I would look at is, if I did turn this to a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, because you probably have to, or at least a 2-2, what do that comp look like? And how much, do the end buyer has to put into that property to get it to a 2-2. But I would probably comp something like that, more like a 2-2, and just tell my end buyer, hey, in order to sell this, we're gonna have to conform with the area. There's no 1-bedrooms, 1-bath in the area anyway, so the end buyer would probably need to conform with the area. If there are 3-bedroom, 2-baths in the area, they're gonna have to kind of build that up to be a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So it could be a tear down rebuild to conform to the area which it really sits, so you can sell it.
All right. And so in regards to the equity question you just answered, Ms. Maureen wanted to know, is that what the high equity filter is on Dealulator, based off the ARV of the house or based off the mortgage?
Both. You have to include both to come up with an idea of a potential high equity house. It has to include both.
Okay. William Terrell says, yes, I can confirm Skip to Flip is the truth. I have found not only cell phone numbers, but email addresses. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, there you go. Allison, thank you for listening to the videos while you're working in your salon. Byron Scott, thank you for joining us in B Diamonds. Congratulations on getting that single family home under contract. Looking at JV, you right in a good space, or you can join any of the how to find cash barriers list right there on the whiteboard, or either text whiteboard to 205-964-5243. Slap Ness wants to know, Renikia, when do you need a closing attorney?
Great question. I'll begin to bring a closing attorney in once, honestly, I wait until I get the full deal. Once you get that end buyer in place, I'll send both of those contracts to the closing attorney and we begin to move forward. Now, if you just know you got a smoking hot deal, I done seen, plenty individuals who just know that they're going to get this deal. So don't send that contract to the attorney to begin titling and pulling title. But if you knew, I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend for you to get your full deal in place. That means that your property is under contract and you have assigned that contract to an end buyer as well. And the end buyer is ready to put their earnest money down and they're ready to move forward. Send both of those contracts to the attorney then.
All right, thank you for answering that. So the next question here is from Mark, and he says, I have a property under contract until August. However, the owner is already wanting to cancel after only 2 weeks. It's in a rural area. Should I terminate the contract and file a memorandum with the county?
Why do you want to terminate? They got another buyer?
Doesn't say. Doesn't say why the owner wants.
Is it a deal? Like you think you can find a buyer for? You said it's in a rural area. That normally means, well, I won't worry about it. What? You think you can find a buyer for it? Now that's number one. If he wants to cancel, now not me. I'm not telling anyone to do this. I normally don't trip about it.
Right.
Okay, fine, whatever. Okay, right. So now. Yeah, it's just me. I'm just not gonna trip about it. I can't make them come to close. At the end of the day, I can't make them come to close. So sometimes I cancel contracts or whatever. Stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? And it just been that you going to cancel contracts. It just ain't nowhere. There's no way around it or
Right.
whatever. I'm not gonna trip about it. Now, some people they go in to file a memorandum immediately or whatever. That's up to you. I'm just telling you that I just gone. I ain't worth the headache.
But you know, because to me, I put myself in the shoe. If I'm under contract in my own house, how dare somebody bully me into selling my property? You know, like I wouldn't feel comfortable with anyone trying to bully me and selling my own property. So why would I want to bully someone to sell something? I mean, now if you want to cancel my contract and then in a week later sell it to somebody else, now then that may be, you know, but at the same time, it's his property or her property.
Yeah,
you know, it is what it. At some point, it is what it is. I mean, I wouldn't want no one bully me and selling my property if I don't want to sell it. So, you know, at some point in time, it's business, but it's also just morals and integrity. You know, it is what it is. You just keep it moving. It's a numbers game.
All right, James Wilkerson says, so today I had a light bulb go off in my head. I'm working on getting a contract with a seller who is actually going to be a buyer again as soon as they sell the current home they are in. Boom. He's thinking he can work it both ways.
Which you could.
We'll see here. You say it's pouring down, but you're still watching. Thank you, Mike. It's pouring down, but I'm still watching while walking home, loyal to the soil.
Oh, right, walking home in the rain. Oh my God.
And watching.
Oh my God.
In the rain. That's dedication.
All right. Thank you for still joining us and watching and listening and all of the above. Mike, but be careful out there. So True King wants to know, how do we market in another state? I'm in Cali, but we are virtually wholesaling in Pittsburgh.
The marketing is going to be the same. You know, you may not be able to do banner signs, but direct mail, cold calling, text messaging, Facebook ads, Google ads. You can't probably drive for dollars, but direct mail, every you know, the marketing still be the same.
Okay. Thank you for answering that. And then Dominique Wilcher wants to know, where do you get the lists to call?
Well, even though the video is on text messaging, but you want to do the same thing, just text the word text to the number here on the board, 205-964-5243. And in that video, I show you how to build a list.
All right, there you have it.
Okay, TikTok. About TikTok, we got to go. We got some of it.
I'm sorry. They're gone.
Okay, there they go.
TikTok is gone.
So anyway, about to give away the bread. The $1,000. Oh yeah.
Stimmy.
The $1,000 STIMMY. About to happen. So appreciate everybody. This is week number 4. So we got one more after this, unless we decide to continue. But this is brought to you by PropStream. They funded this, aka Digulator. I'm partnered with them. You want to get the 5-day free trial? Just go to digulator.com. I have a videos there that show you how to actually use it. So you need to really do that before you actually sign up for it. So go to digulator.com, get your 5-day free trial. And it's also a place where you can get additional STIMMYs if you sign up for the 5-day free trial and text me a screenshot that you signed up. So boom. All right, so what we got? You ready?
Ready. So the very lucky lucker. That's, oh my God. Okay, the very lucky winner of the $1,000 STIMMY check this week is going to be, boom, Augustine. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Nothing much. How you doing?
A lot better now with this 1,000 that's coming.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Hey, where are you located? Where are you located?
In Los Angeles.
Okay, that's what's up. Hey, so hey, you're the lucky winner, man. Have you already started doing anything? You're just getting started. What you got going right now?
I've been going through it. I did start a couple months ago. I had a few houses under contract, but something always came up. I was close to making $15,000, and come to find out, at the you know, at the time of closing, the lady didn't own the house. It was her deceased father's, but she didn't have the rights to sell it.
Oh,
Mhm. Stay on her. She'll
oh
figure it
wow,
out.
yeah. So yeah, you
She'll
still
figure it
can.
out.
I'm sort of going through one of those right now. Just found out the man's name is the same. Okay, when we pull the title, well, when you pull it up, it shows his name and his mother's name. But found out it's really he and his dad's name and his mom's name. He's a junior or whatever. And so so he has like 5 other brothers and sisters. I think 2 of those are deceased. So I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's something else to go through, man.
Yeah. So man, hey man, I'm really appreciate you participated in the contest, man. Is this going to allow you to get back in the game or
Oh yes, most definitely.
okay.
What you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna make it happen.
Okay.
Hey, that's the right answer, man.
Love it.
Hey, we're gonna get your information on how you want to receive your payment or whatever, and I think I exceeded my Cash App limit for this month, so we're gonna do something different. But but anyway, so but yeah, Augustine, anything you want to share before we let you go, man, and end the show?
To me, I thank you because you're the one that actually got me started in this. I saw your video, you know, at first, and it got me all into it, all excited. You know, the opportunity's there. You just got to keep trying.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
I know I'm gonna get a deal soon, so I'm not worried.
Yeah, I'd love to have you back on the show when that happens, man, and hear your story.
And you also in the state with the large assignment fees in California.
Oh yeah, you
gotta jump in. Those deals are lucrative out there.
Oh yeah, 15,000 is nothing out there, man. So you're in the right place for sure. Unlimited amount of deals in Southern California.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Augustine, for joining us. Continue to check your email within the next few moments.
Just text message.
And email and or text message, and I'll be communicating with you that way. Okay.
All right. Great.
All right. Thank you. And congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Boom.
Boom.
Just like that.
Hey,
Another
STIMMY.
one bites the dust.
Stimulating the economy.
That's it. Homie said, I'm gonna make this happen.
They say gonna make it happen.
I love it. I love it.
All right.
All right, guys. So hey, there it is. So again, everything's at the 205-964-5243. Renika, you got anything you want to add before we get out of here?
Let's make it happen. I think he said it right. Let's make it happen.
All right.
How many more STIMMYs we have? One more? One more.
One more before the 4th. We don't want you to use it for that now. All right. Let's get out of here.
Well, thank you. We'll see you on the flip side.
Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 205-964-5243. Now you know. 205-964-5243. Now you know.